RedZoneSports.bet, the British home of American sports.
But let's not forget 1 and 2 teams getting it on. Indianapolis traveling to Seattle. And, you know, you look at that Indianapolis situation, and again, Andrew Luck will not be practicing this week, so they're still going to go with Jacoby Brissett, who was with New England. And what do you think he learned over his time of being with the Patriots?
You know that cliche, do your job?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what he learned, because the 2 games he started as a rookie they had a game plan to make it easy for him,
yep,
to not ask a lot of him.
Mm-hmm.
And the second game, which they lost to Buffalo and Rex Ryan, he couldn't do very much because he had a broken bone in his hand. But he was the only option they had at quarterback, so they really had to scale it down for him. So I think he learned that. He's a poised quarterback for a kid with not that much experience. And that was kind of why they drafted him. I think that was what they liked about him. What he brings to them is a better chance of winning than they had
Tolzien.
with Tolzien,
yep,
because he can avoid the rush. He can keep plays alive, and he will make some mistakes. He made one in his first start, a bad interception in overtime.
So how does he match up with that Seattle secondary?
That's the problem. That's
mm-hmm,
what I was going to
yeah,
say. This is the real test. I mean, this is a whole different. They're going to come at him. They're going to make it difficult for them. Their receivers, T.Y. Hilton may be the most overlooked great player in the NFL, because he does it every week against almost everyone. And this is going to be a challenge for Richard Sherman, for the other guys in that secondary, to shut him down. They don't have great secondary weapons behind Hilton. You know, they really rely on him to come up with 100 yards every week receiving. They're not going to be able to run the ball very well.
But Seattle, very beatable. Just their offense, you look at them and you're like, what is missing? And then the guy that pick up, they talked about all summer, Eddie Lacy. I mean, Eddie Lacy has carried the ball 7 times this season.
Yeah, I mean, what is missing are a lot of the hot dogs in the refreshment stands in the stadium in Seattle, because Eddie Lacy snagged them. They're just not going to let him play, I think, until they think he's in shape to play. And that is an interesting thing. Their offensive line is a mess, but it's not as big a mess as people think. When you look at the film, they've done a relatively good job, and Russell Wilson doesn't seem to be as sharp as he was. Now, whether that's his receivers aren't getting open for him, or without the run game, it's become a little bit more difficult, I'm not sure. But blaming everything on the offensive line is not necessarily the answer for Seattle. But that is the answer for Indianapolis. You've got to keep pressure on Russell Wilson. You've got to keep him in the pocket, and you have to keep the receivers more or less covered. How you do both is difficult if your defense isn't really good, because if you put extra guys back to confuse Wilson when he breaks the pocket and hope someone comes, you have fewer guys rushing. And they're a team without a premium pass rusher as well.
So is this you look at this, sometimes look at a team, you go, whew, this is exactly what we needed. The Indianapolis Colts are 31st in points allowed, giving up 30 a game. Is this exactly what Seattle's offense needed?
Yeah, this game is what it looks like it's going to be. A not very good Colts team with in effect a rookie quarterback in his 3rd start, coming into a really difficult stadium to play in against a defense that still has 5 or 6 top-class players in that defense and schemes very well, and a quarterback who can make big plays. I don't see it going any other way but a home win.
Yeah, important game for Seattle in that NFC West, which no one has really grabbed a hold of as of yet.
RedZoneSports.bet, the British home of American sports.
Watching SportsHeads. Don't forget, you can subscribe to us on YouTube, but you can also hit us on Twitter, Instagram. We would love to hear from you. We're trying to take the program from next level to next level to next level. Enjoy.